This is beautiful St. Kitts, and I am at a place which I promised you I would show you. I call it Timothy Beach Mountain. Great hiking place. If you come to St. Kitts, you stay at the Marriott, or it's called the Timothy Beach Hotel. You'll be almost right next to this mountain. I actually timed it. If you go from the Marriott, it will take you exactly 30 minutes if you're a pretty fast walker. If you're not a fast walker, maybe 35 to 40 minutes to come up here. And then you can, if you want to walk around for another 30 minutes, it's just a beautiful place up here. And it's probably one of the prettiest mountains I've seen with the ocean, because this is the Caribbean side and this is the Atlantic side right over here. So literally, as you go down, you can see really both of them actually even better. But if you're going to come up here, you need to bring some water, and you also need to exercise a little bit before you come up, because it is a pretty good walk. I'm 6'4" and skinny as a rail, about 170 pounds, and it gets me about out of breath coming up here. And of course, I'm over 67, so but this is it's a good workout to come over here. The Marriott, of course, is closed right now because of the coronavirus. Also, if you want to have protection from the coronavirus, you ought to come to St. Kitts, because there's been no cases where people have died. They've had some confirmed positive cases. I think there's been maybe 17 at the most, 16, 17, or 18 right in there. But no one, to my knowledge, has been on a respirator. Nobody's died at all. You can go on the internet and check that out. This is a great place to come visit. And if you want safety from the coronavirus, great place, except the only thing is all the cruise ships, everything's been closed down, and that's one reason it's so safe here. They close down really quick. But the views here, and you can see back here on the mountain here, it's just beautiful. Here's a lagoon below. But this has got, really, it's got a lot of beauty here in St. Kitts. And as I mentioned before, there's no income tax, no capital gains tax, no estate tax, or no inheritance tax. So if you're coming down here, there's properties, like I mentioned on some of our other videos, just recently and not too long ago, we've sold properties for $39 a square foot, $44 a square foot. These are houses that have incredible views of the ocean up high. And compare that with your house. And what we do is we take the price of the house, you subtract the lot price out, and then take the price of the house itself. And then, so if you got a house that's $500,000, the lot price is $100,000, subtract that out. So the building itself is $400,000, and then divide that by your square footage, and you can get your cost per square foot. But we're getting houses down here that are like, you can get them at $39 a square foot. That was a really good price. So if you shop around, you can find a $44 a square foot. But I'm going to tell you, they're very difficult to find at that cheap price, because we're looking at $500 or less per square meter at those figures. That's cheap, real cheap, especially when you're in a country that has no income tax, no capital gains tax, no estate tax, no inheritance tax. And you got to remember too, is the property tax here is only 0.20% of whatever you're buying. So you have to remember, and that, by the way, too, that's like 13 to 15 times less than what you would pay on a property tax in New Jersey. And it's just incredible, the difference. And the thing is, the food prices down here on a lot of items are not that much different than the U.S. if you stick with fresh fruits and vegetables, and you don't divvy out a lot of these imported foods and don't eat out so much. But it's just incredible, the view here. I just can't get over it. That's the Southeast Peninsula. That's the most expensive land in the whole country down there. Very dry down that area. The further you get down there, the more drier it gets. But you're looking at a place that, it's got incredible tax laws. Now, let me tell you how it works. You can literally come down here, bring $20 million, and invest in rental properties and pay no income tax at all on the rental properties. Now, that's St. Kitts income tax. If you are from a high tax country like Germany, France, UK, there are other countries. If you have permanent residency in those countries, they tax worldwide income. So you would have to literally get yourself out of the residency legally wise, where you're not having to pay taxes in that country, to legally not have a tax obligation here on the rental properties and earn income here. Now, in the U.S., it's different. If you're a U.S. citizen, you're going to have to, you can qualify for the foreign earned income exclusion. But the thing is, and that's, and I've got a tape on that was just put out. You can go into, I'm not going to go into details on that, but you can exclude quite a bit on that. It's over 107,000 US dollars per person. Husband and wife can do double that on earned income. You can get with your tax advisor. We don't give tax advice on that, but you can get with them on that. They can explain that. So you can do actually over, 214,000 by using that exclusion for husband and wife together. Now, and that's without relinquishing your U.S. citizenship. If you relinquish your U.S. citizenship, you can get out of all tax obligations as long as you're still not a resident of the U.S. And when I say, I'm talking about either a permanent resident or you don't break the substantial presence test, which is roughly 120 days a year. And if you don't hit those three, you should be okay. You can get with your tax advisor on that. Anyway, we do immigration, we do real estate, and we don't just deal with here. We also deal with 74 other countries all over the world. We can give you details on a package on how you can pick what you're interested in. If you're interested in doing a local business, if you want to do business outside the country, we can work with you and show you how to do that. If you just want to come down here and retire, you can do that. And you can get citizenship here as quick as 4 months. All you have to do is buy a property that's at least $200,000. That would be a fractional. If you want to get a full unit where you own the whole thing, it would be $400,000 US. And if you don't, it would take you only 4 months approximately to get the citizenship. If you want to go the long road route, you can get permanent residency, invest as little as $300,000 in a property. You can skip a lot of government fees, but it's going to take you about 15 years to get the citizenship if you go that route. But you will pay a lot less in government fees going that option. So it just depends on what you want. Anyway, if you will hit the subscribe button to the bottom of your screen, you'll get new videos as they come out automatically. Also, if you want put a question or comment, just put it below. We'll see what we can do to help you out. And if you go to our website, www.citizenshipquickly.com, you can pull up our website and then go where it says apply with us. You'll get questions, and then hit the bottom where it says send back to us, and then we'll go over the questions and work with you and see what we can do in solving your problem, whatever you're trying to get done. And I'll look forward to talking to you on the next video. Take care.